Hello Game Gumshoes fans, Chris here with Game Gumshoes Presents. Today we're going to cover a game called Stop and Go. It's by Talicor. Here's the box for you. They make a lot of educational games. We've covered some in the past. So what you get when you buy this is you get this little tray that's in the box to store all your cards in. You got a rule book, fairly simple. Just a little two-pager-ish. And your cards. Your cards are pretty decent cardstock. You have basic colors, red, green, blue, and yellow, just like a stop sign. You have some cards that have multiple colors on them. As you can see, there's all kinds of variations on that. And you also have what I like to call the special cards. We got one called Pass. You have one that's a stop sign, and you have one that's a lightning bolt. It's a zap card. But we'll cover all those here in a minute. So basically the way this game is played is you got a bunch of cards, your dealer shuffles them up, flips over one to be the center discard pile. And then everybody will play their cards at that center discard pile. So let's say your center discard pile is the red and yellow. Well, if you have a red or a yellow card that you draw from your, or you have in your 15 card hand, then you can discard it to there, and the next person who plays has to play the yellow. Same if, if you had the red, you could play the red on there, and or if the red was down, you could play the red yellow card against it. You couldn't play the green and blues against them because, well, they don't match. All it has to do is match one square on the card for it to work. So now, like I said, you deal out the cards, 15 to each player, and you're basically racing to empty your hand as quickly as possible. I know you've heard this on another review recently, so that's the basic idea. Now you can change gameplay a little bit by using the special cards I mentioned. So hate to do this, but with the zap card, if you play this out on the discard pile, it gives all the other players a draw too, basically. And those cards are drawn from the main pile and stuck on the bottom of the player's personal hand as you're playing your cards. The stop and go cards themselves makes your opponents have to stop discarding their cards until you yourself have discarded 3 cards total, which will give you a little bit of a leg up. Now, if perchance you happen to see that the player to your left of you or the player to the right of you actually is looking like they're getting ready to go out, you can play the pass card. With the pass card, you actually pass your hand to the person next to you, whichever direction, and they have to take your cards. So it's a good way to make sure that you're not stuck losing because, Joe Schmo next to you has a hand that they're getting ready to go out with. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I think this is a really good game to teach sequencing and also just a basic strategy. Go ahead and read the written review because it'll have a lot more detail than this video. I've been trying to make the videos just a little bit shorter so, you guys don't get bored with it and, not want to watch it. So, thank you for joining me. Please read my written review below, and I'll see you for the next review. Thanks.